Hello, Tatum here, and welcome to day 65 of my Reset 66 challenge. Only one more day to go, and we've completed this challenge and reached our 1-year anniversary on YouTube. Today's workout was written with the runner in mind, but don't turn away just because you don't like running. This workout will help your cardio, strength, core, and balance. It's a win for everyone. I did use a lot of equipment during this video, but no worries if you don't own any of it. You'll do just fine without it. Grab your medium weights, click play, follow me, and let's get to it. All right, hello, welcome to day 65, just one more day of our Reset 66 challenge. I'm super excited. We're going 50 minutes today, well, because we're wrapping it up here. So for equipment, I have a lot here. Feel free, you don't need all of this, okay? I am gonna use my ball for my chest press. You can use the floor. I'm gonna use my plate weight for my calf raises. You can use the floor or a stepper. And then I'm going to be using my chair for a Bulgarian split squat with my rear foot up, but you could do just a split squat from the floor. So you don't have to have this equipment, but if you do, great, get it out, let's play. I have 15 and 20 pounds here for my chest press, rows, and my legs. So we're hoping that all works out. And I think that's really about it. I want to go ahead and make sure that we get nice and warmed up because we're starting out pretty hard with a Tabata, with some jumping, and then we're going to go into sprinting, and I'll explain why in a second. So let's go ahead and do some knee hugs, walk around as I chit-chat here and fill you in. So this workout today is 50 minutes. I wrote this workout originally with a runner in mind. It is that season and races are back on, and I've had some triathletes to marathon runners contacted me for programs and training, and so my mindset is there about this time of year, although I am not competing this summer. So far, I have not chosen a race. I don't know that I have time for one. It's a bummer, but it's okay. Just not there yet, so we will get there again eventually, but I'm happy to help others. So this workout, this strength exercise workout, which will be great for anyone and everyone, is written with that runner in mind. So I will kind of talk about that as we go through it. All right, let's go leg swings across the body. But it helps me kind of keep things interesting, change it up a bit, keep thinking outside the box as well. And again, all strength helps all of us, our agility, you know, whatever it is that we're doing is going to be good for anybody and everybody. So don't turn away if you say, well, I'm not a runner. You're still gonna enjoy this. You've still done practically all of these exercises at some point with me on YouTube. Cross it over here. We're running out of time. I need to warm us up. Good, whew. Find your balance. Draw the core in here, draw that stomach in. Help yourself balance. Get a little twist though, so you have to work at it. Good, let's do open gate and back. All right, we're gonna add a squat. So a little narrow squat, open up wide to sumo, back in narrow. Then let's go to the other side, swing that gate open, bring it back together. We're just gonna alternate this way, out and in, just for a few. I also wanna mention real quick that one of my members, who is so awesome, has decided that we need a Q&A with me. So Monday, Memorial Day, we will be doing a Q&A. I'm slightly nervous. This doesn't bother me as much, but so if you're interested in that, comment. I'll send you the details. It'll be in the TXT Online Fitness for Facebook, so you can join us there as well. Last one, swing open, back in, good, out, and in, nice work. All right, let's go ahead, touch those toes, drop your bottom, raise your bottom, drop arms out in front to stand. Whew. Good, touch your toes, drop, raise, drop, stand. Good, again, touch your toes, drop, raise, drop, and stand. Nice work, back down, drop, raise, drop, and stand. Nice work. Let's go into jumping jacks. Let's go ahead, bounce a little bit on those calves, wake them up. We will be doing some jumps. You do not have to jump. You never have to jump in my class. We are not all maybe there or built for it, okay? And that is all right. We might have had some things that have damaged our knees over the years. Age, sports, accidents. So don't worry about that. I'll give you something else to do, I promise. Call me out if I forget. Oh my gosh, 30 seconds. Let's just do some circles here. We are gonna be using those arms later for a chest press. Woo, let's go back. Large muscles today. We'll get calves and core later that I think are important. We have little hops. I did not set anything out to jump over. You can use a dumbbell if you'd like. I'm gonna sit mine up and we're just gonna hurdle the dumbbell, all right? That's gonna help with the push off on your runs. A lot of runners only think about lifting their knees and running and working that knee lift, but they forget that the running is about that push off from the ground. That's where your power and speed comes from, being able to push off. That's time, good job. 10 seconds rest here. We're good, 20-10. This one's split lunge or split squat jumps, a little bit tougher. You can step it back, and I forgot to give you an alternative there. So here you can do a little step back or reverse lunge, otherwise follow me. 20 seconds, up and down. Good, push off. You got it, split it. Woo, good. The stronger you get at this, 3, 2, and 1, the better you'll be at that push off. Hops, if we're not hopping, I haven't really thought about it as much. Let's just do a squat to toes, squat to toes. You can even swing up here, okay, instead of jumping. Here we go, up and over. Good, I'm gonna do a little hop to turn as well, because it's quicker and I can get more of these in and then turning around and stepping. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Split jumps are coming up. Woo, it's gonna get hot in here quick. We're bumping up that heart rate. Just hang on to it. A little bit of everything today. Good, split jumps here. Great job. Now, all of my warm-ups are about 5 minutes. Sometimes that's not enough. 3, 2, and 1. If you find that it's not, pause, take more time to warm up. I highly suggest going out for a 10-minute walk or running, jogging on the treadmill or something. Here we go. Hurdle hops. Again, up on those toes if you want. Whew. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Great job. All right, split jumps coming up again. It's humid today. I'm gonna feel this. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Nice thing about having 2 exercises and a Tabata is you're just doing 4 each, so it gives it a little mix up. Not quite the burn that you get when you're doing just 1. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Good work. Last round here, should be last round. You've got this. Modify where needed. Let's go. And whenever I give you a Tabata, just know that you can modify by taking 1 set off, a 20-second off. Maybe you work every other. Those are ways to get through it. 3, 2, 1. All right, nice work. Woo. Just breathe, just breathe. All right, here we go, split jumps. That's it. Push, really push off that floor. So not just a slide. I want you to think about pushing off and coming up. 3, 2, and 1. Sometimes we do kind of that shuffle. All right, weights away on that. Grab a sip of water. That's 1 segment down. I have 4 more to go. We have 4 more to go. They'll go quick. All right, we're gonna sprint. You're gonna do your best. If you need to march or do low jacks, find something to do here. Move quickly through it. Good form. For my runners, or for the people who are like to run, we're gonna sprint here. So I want it to be quick. I'm giving you plenty of rest this time. 20 seconds of work with 20 seconds of rest. So I do want you to work hard for that full 20. Usually we do the 20-10, but here we're gonna give it a little extra rest to see if you can last that 20, sprinting in place. Now, if you have a rower or a treadmill there that you can keep on and you wanna jump on there and run, and then stand on your treadmill and rest and then run, go for it. Here we go. Sprint in place, move those arms. Good, come on, come on. 3, 2, 1. Good job, good job. We have 6 of these, by the way. 6 of these, so hang in there, count them down. I think my timer is counting down for me so I can keep you on task. All right, 20 seconds of rest. I want you to focus on breathing into that belly, getting that heart rate to come down. Here we go, 3, 2, and 1. Again, if you want, you have a rower there at the house, you have a treadmill, even a stationary bike. If you want to do 20 seconds of high intensity there, and then rest, go ahead. You don't have to run in place. 3, 2, 1. Whew. You could also do jump rope. Just turn it over quick, okay? Always options, always options. I mean, I always want to challenge you and get out of your comfort zone. So you should always try new things. The same token, when you're just getting started, sometimes you just need to be repetitive or do something that you enjoy in order to stick with it. It's perfectly fine. Here we go, sprint, sprint. Move those arms, come on, faster. Three, 2, and 1. Oh, I lost my momentum there. All right, good work. 15 seconds to go here. You've got this. Give yourself a clap. Crank your music up there. Get excited. Stay with it. If it's challenging you, that's good, okay? Don't worry about it. 3, 2, and 1. Number 4. I said 6, remember? Here we go. Come on, run it out. 8 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good work. 2 more. 2 more. We'll move on to our strength. And I have 4 exercises in that circuit, okay? And again, everyone will benefit from it, but my mindset was on the run, okay? And I can add in some swimming ones again. I've done them in the past. Maybe stuff for cyclists. You let me know what you want to see out there. Come on, come on. Push, 10 more seconds. Work hard. We have a minute's break after this. 3, 2, 1. After this segment, one more 20 second. And we get to have a minute's break. Oh, I'm gonna drip, which I love. All right, so right now, you may be panicking. That breath might be right here in that upper chest. Make it deep. You can control that heart rate and that breath, okay? Here we go. Come on. 10 seconds. Come on. Keep it coming. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Sip of water. I don't know, again, I don't know if my husband levels out my voice, but on this side, just getting higher because I'm out of breath. Grab a sip of water. It's time to bring our weights out. So I have 50s and 20s. I'm gonna be using them both. So I'm scooch them over. And I'm also gonna be using my ball. So for here, I'm gonna be using my chair and my ball. If you don't have the ball, you're at the floor. If you don't have the chair, or if that's too progressive right now, we're gonna come back here in our split squats, railroad tracks. Spread those legs out so you get 90 degrees. So we're not bunched in here. And we're gonna go up and down in split squats. All right, so those are your options. And if that's still too much, maybe just do a squat, okay? Focus on what you need to focus on today. We're going into those Bulgarians. I'm gonna start with some lighter weight and build up. Hopefully, we'll see. Up, down. I have 40 seconds on the clock. Maybe you count your reps, maybe you don't. Not that I want you to rush it, just want you to know what you're getting and see if that improves or that you can keep it up for the next 2 sets. Because sometimes we need to pause a lot or we take more time. Good. You got it. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Switch. Other foot up. Or you're at the floor like I showed you. Here we go. Right leg or left leg, just switch. And this is a really tough one. So maybe the split squats are easy. You've been doing them with weight. And now it's time to try this Bulgarian split squat. What you will do is start body weight. Don't assume that you can do the weight that you had at the split squat from the floor. Okay, this is tougher. So always start with body weight and experiment and then work up. Whew, there we go. Now, on this one too, I want you to be aware of your position. Whew. Good, I want you in a little bit closer and not too far out or hinging down. I want you up and down for a more quad dominant approach to that. Okay, we're gonna do alternating chest press. Right here, they're gonna cross in the center. Both are moving. Here we go. And we're gonna keep moving. I alternated lower with upper, so we don't need as much rest. Why? Because if you're a runner, I'm sorry if you're not, this is still good conditioning on the heart and your cardio. All right, if you're a runner, you gotta keep moving, especially if it's endurance. So we are gonna keep working with a little rest. Good. That's it. I have my palms in, elbows tucked in too. Your elbows should be under your wrists. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Nice work. RDL. Again, I'm gonna go a little lighter on this to make sure I'm able to brace. Draw that stomach in, squeeze the glute at the same time. If so, I'll go up on weight. Here we go. That back leg is gonna come up as we soften that knee and hinge there at the hips. And stay with one leg. Don't alternate. Get this balance. Now, again, if that's a little hard, find your kickstand here. Hinge over, come to standing. Right here. Good, that's fine. Modify. Maybe you can do the single without weight. Go for it. Add the weight later. 8 seconds on this side and we'll be switching. Balance. You can bring that knee up if you want as well for a little extra balance work. There you go. We're gonna switch sides. 3, 2, and 1. Other leg. Here we go. Tighten up, draw that stomach in, brace. Think about your glutes here. Ooh. Great job, that's it. A little bit tighter on this side. I always on my hamstring, so it's always a little bit more of an issue. Draw in. There you go. Now make sure that your body and your leg are moving together. See that hinge there where I'm moving together? Sometimes we end up hinging here and then kicking up. If you need to do the kickstand, go for it. Foot down. The way to modify is to take out the instability part, which we are doing. Okay, we have rows. I'm gonna try 20s. All right, we're alternating here too. Both hands moving, okay? 3, 2, and 1. Here we go, bent over. Alternating that row. 40 seconds of work here. Now, what do you have in running? Right? Just bending you over here so you can do a row. Increase that strength. And we're alternating because we alternate our arms when we run. So just kind of setting this up in that mindset for our strength here. But what do we need when we're running here? Core strength, right? We don't want to be wobbly through our core. We're going to start to have issues down the chain. So we got to be able to brace. So by doing this, and it's rest time. Go ahead and stop. By standing here and alternate, we're trying to stabilize. So I don't want you moving and rocking and rolling, okay? All right, we're back to that Bulgarian split squat. I think my weight was perfect. I'm sorry about this sweat today. It's time for my sun visor. Protects me from that sweat in the eyes. Maybe I can see if our merch shop, if I can, the TXT shop, if I can put a sun visor on there for us. I only saw a hat. I'll see if I can find a sun visor. That would be awesome. Good. That's it. I keep pausing at the top and taking quite a bit of rest. I'm gonna try to take that out. Pretty tired, but see if you can. 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. All right, left foot back. Remember, you're at the floor or you're with your foot up. Here we go. And if both of those, if your balance is off or you're just getting started and you're not there, take a squat. You're still working quads. Now the reason I like a unilateral here approach is because when you're running, you're pushing off. Your legs are alternating, taking that brunt. So if you're always, sweating. If you are always doing just a leg press or squat, 3, I feel like coaching. I don't think I could talk through all this. All right, alternating chest press. If you're always doing a bilateral movement with both legs, you may have one leg doing most of the work and not even know it, right? But in your run, it's not the case. Here we go, on your back, alternating chest press. So in your run, I want those palms in, okay? Again, you're gonna think, well, I don't really use my chest in running. Maybe I do pull my elbows back, but your arms are alternating out in front. That wears on you too. You've seen core, shoulders. Oh, I was gonna use the ball for this. Isn't that funny? It's just sitting there. It's all good. Maybe on the last one I'll remember. Make sure they're both moving. There's a lot of shoulder in a chest press as well. Tricep, okay? You have those arms out in front. It's all good work because you're swinging out here. Good upper body strength is what you need to stay upright, shoulders back, and not become hunched when you're running. All right, RDL. Woo, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Yeah, that was right. Here we go. One leg, pick one. You're gonna get to the other one. Single here, you can raise that knee up if you want a little bit more work on balance. Good. I want you to think about your big toe, your pinky toe, and your heel. Spreading them wide. It's easier to do without a shoe. Making sure they're all down, pushed into the floor, spread out. Woo. And then, what I just forgot is to draw and embrace through the core here. Core, core, core. Come on, Tatum. There we go. Not my good side, not my good side. 3, 2, and 1. And I don't know if you notice, and I know a lot of my clients end up noticing it, which is great, is how much, we're switching everyone. Go ahead and switch sides. Is how much you feel this in your lower leg too, right? So, a lot of core here, balance, everything we need, a lot of glute, hamstring strength that you need in running, because that controls that foot out in front, that placement, that lowering of the foot down, that contact. And then, not only that, but you have that lower leg really working to stabilize too. And you need good strength there if you're repetitively like landing on it, right? 3, 2, and 1. You want good stability, so you're getting that too. I'm saying too much. Some of you really don't care, and I'm sorry. I don't remember what way. I think I did 20s. I'm gonna try those again. You're bent over. Make sure that we're not here, okay? See that? I want you to find that neutral spine. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Palms in, alternating. That's it. Nice and controlled. It may not be as slow as we normally go, but control it. And again, square off here. Try to maintain that squaring off of the shoulders and core. Try not to rock and twist. It's hard when we're working the core muscles. We need those to be stable and strong. Good. Come on. Alternate, alternate. Whew. You got it. Dripping. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. All right, that's round 2, folks. We did it. I'm trying to remember to use my ball, and I'll tell you why I wanted to use my ball in the first place when we get there. All right, here we go. Bulgarian. Try to keep my balance here. 3, 2, and 1. Rear foot up or back. And that split squat, you do you. Modify, find your challenge. That's it. Again, try to keep your chest up on this one. Sometimes we hinge and push it back with the butt. Today I want you to think about dropping it straight down to the ground. Good. Inhale as you come down. Exhale as you push up. Three, 2, and 1. Nice work. Switch sides. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Other side. You've got this. Last one today. Then we're going to move. Once we get through this circuit, we'll move into calves. We're going to work adductors, abductors, obliques, lots of core. Good job. You got it. Come on, keep smiling. Keep doing it. Modify. Maybe you start here and you go back to the floor after so long. That's all right. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Oh, good work. Down to the, oh no. You can go to the floor. I'm gonna go here. So this is, do not try this unless you've tried it with lighter weight or you're very familiar with the ball, okay? Because it's very wobbly. We have to really stabilize so we don't fall. Here we go. Hips up. If you're on the ball, head and shoulders in. So sorry. I kind of forgot to throw this one in here. So on this one, I've increased the instability here. And remember, if you're modifying or you're trying to make things easier today, don't add the ball. If you're needing an extra challenge, add the ball. So because I'm moving these arms, my body wants to move too. I've got to resist that by keeping those hips up, glutes really on. My core is drawn in and my abs are, I'm really bracing here to avoid falling off this ball as I press. Rest. Good job. All right, so that's one great way to kind of work some of those core muscles as you press. All right, we have our RDLs. Here we go. Balance. Bring that leg up behind, let it follow the body. Remember to keep those shoulders down and back away from the ears. A lot of times we just want to touch that floor. We just want to go a little further. Instead of bending that knee and hinging, we start to reach to get there. Try not to reach. Even if you I would rather you see come just below the knee or shin level and keep that good form, that good neutral spine. Less is more here, less is more. Don't reach. Some of us might get there with a neutral spine depending on our flexibility, strength, balance. Nice work. Rest. Right side coming up. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Good job. Good. Remember your kickstand if you need to be there. Maybe you get a few of these in and balance starts to go. That's okay. I'm going to practice raising my knee up a little bit. Trying to control. I don't know why I chose it on my bad side, but here we go. Practice makes perfect. Although I think I read a quote today. It said practice does not make perfect, that there's always room for improvement or something. I'm gonna have to look that up. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Rest, alternating row. All right, you're doing great. You're doing great. Hang in there. This is our last one. We'll have a minute's rest and we'll get going on some smaller muscles. Not easy, but we'll get to lay at the ground. Does that entice you? Here we go. Row it out. Alternate that row. Neutral spine. Head in line with the spine. I get a lot of this. All right, don't torque that neck. Just keep it in line here. That's it. Pull those elbows back. Squeeze back, stay squared off, draw the stomach in, stay stable. You want that in your run. If you want to be faster and more powerful in that run, explosive, you're gonna have to stabilize the midsection or you're gonna lose all that momentum. 3, 2, and 1. So quick note for the kids out there, maybe adults as well. I try not to change a lot of form, but when you run, no crossing of the arms. That makes you twist, okay? You want that momentum going forward. So we want these arms here. We want to stabilize. If I'm twisting, that's why I'm slowing myself down. And if I can maintain here, squared, and that momentum just drives forward. I hope that makes sense. Grab a sip of water. If you don't want to hear all this, crank that music up. Just be like, sure, Tatum, whatever. Just give me a workout. I don't care about the whys. All right, I'm okay with that. All right, so we have calf raises. So now I'm gonna move my ball that I only used once, silly me, over, calf raises. So on this one, we're gonna do toes out, all right, and then later we'll do toes in. You can do them from the floor here, all right, just like this. We can also do toes in here, all right? So from the floor, or you can do them up here. We'll work across the calf. We have 11 seconds here. Ooh. We're gonna start with our calves. We're gonna go to 2 different types of side planks where we work a little bit of abduction and adduction. So get ready for that as well. Here we go, 3, 2, and 1. Let's start with toes out. Now I have my plate weight here because I like to let my heels drop, but if you don't have one, you could use a step or you could use a stair at home. Or just use the floor for now, it's okay. We're gonna go up and down. There you go, and I don't want you to rush it. I want you to stick it at the top. Let those heels drop if you have something that you're elevated on. We have 15 seconds here. We're going to a side plank. We're gonna do both sides and then move on to calves again. So we'll move fairly quickly through this. We're only doing 2 sets today. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. All right, let's come down. Side plank hold here. All right, there's gonna be a couple options for this. This one might just be a bent knee side plank if that's where you need to be. Some of us are gonna come here and hold. All right, you can come here, or we can go into a full side plank, all right? So here we go, 3, 2, and 1. Pick one. If you need more of a challenge, you're gonna come up and hold this one here. Hips forward. Go ahead and breathe. This is about 30 seconds long, and then we'll get to the other side. When that becomes too much, bend that bottom knee, all right? And you have a bent knee to help. 3, 2, and 1. So the one I really want you to try is here, holding hips forward, not back. And then if that's too much or too little, you can stick the leg out. Here we go, other side. So remember, you're here. I'm gonna go through them again. You're either here, okay, or you're here. There you go. Elbow under shoulder, hips forward. Don't let them rock back. Don't push them back. No hinging here. Good, breathe. 30 seconds. It's a tough one. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Good work, rest. Okay, calf raises again. Move this out a bit. We're gonna go with the toes in this time, in, okay? Here we go, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go, up and down, 40 seconds. We're just slowing down now. We've had a pretty tough bout here, higher heart rate moving. We're gonna slow down, work on these things that we tend, or at least I tend to kind of push away and move on. So here on the calves, very important to have strong calves. If you think about that stability every time your foot hits, as you push off and land. And again, I am guilty. There are a few things I'm guilty of just feeling, not today. I've got to hurry, get in the shower, get here, get there. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. All right, nice work. Side plank again. This one, I'm gonna have to show you a couple different ones. Here's your modification real quick. Let me hurry and do this. You're gonna lay down with your foot up on your chair, and you're gonna pull this toe up to the side without the, and you can hold it here if you want, hold or tap up and down. If you have that and you need more of a challenge, You're gonna go up into that side plank again with a bent knee underneath. You're gonna draw that knee towards that upper knee. Okay, right here, if you can see that. This is tough, okay? Please don't hurt yourself. Make sure you're aligned, that you can do this. I may not even be able to hold it the whole time. Not practiced this one in a while, but you can go back to the chair. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. All right, or if you remember, we've done the ones on our side, holding both of these up here. That can work as well. This is kind of more oblique, but I like to feel the adduction here. So here we are on the other side, bringing those knees in. There's another way to do this using a bench, where this foot is up on the bench. I have a video where I did that, I believe. I should pull it out. Try to put it in my comments if I remember. There we go. If you hear me say something that I say I'm gonna put in there and I didn't mention it, please call me out on it. 3, 2, and 1. I say a lot of things in here. I talk a lot. Hopefully you're honing in on something. You can remind me, hey, you said you would do this, and I'll do it. I forget a lot. By the time I stop here, going, I'm like, what was it that I talked about? All right, great job. Back up, toes out. This is our last round. This is all we're doing today because we're tired. I'm not gonna push it. Some of that core stuff we're working is pretty tough. But when you're rested, you can go back and visit another set. Good, stick it up on those toes. I think of myself as a dancer. Remember, I'm always something. I'm never Tatum when I'm in the workout room. I don't know if that's something bad or good. Who knows? I don't know. I don't want to get into psychology of it all. But anyways, I'm a dancer right now, okay? I think being in the mindset of someone else, I don't know, makes you feel like I'm doing it better. Who knows? All right, side plank. We're gonna hold that leg up in the air like we did earlier. Remember, you may need to just practice your side plank and that's all you can do today. That's fine, practice is good work. You might wanna go here, you might wanna extend, you may wanna try to full plank. I'm gonna try it, I just don't know how long I'll stay there. Here we go, full plank, leg up, and hold. The biggest part about feeling this is not to let those hips push back, keep them forward. You should be one straight line. I should look at you and just see a line all the way down your body. Whew. That's it, hold. Push those hips up. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, call me out. I don't know what I look like there. Sometimes my body cheats and you really don't know it. We laugh about that in the gym a lot, but it happens. Here we go. Other side, elbow under that shoulder. Very important, especially if you're up here holding. If you're pushing out, if you're out here like this, oh, see mine just popped? It's not good. There's a lot of pressure on that core shoulder. If you're aligned up and over, which I could probably go up a little bit more, you'll get some good support there. Here we go. Bring those hips forward. Try not to rotate that shoulder. It's starting to fall forward. 3, 2, and 1. It happens. All right, here we go. But toes in, right? Or is it toes out? Oh, toes in, toes in, toes in. We got it, we got it. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Now, you could hold some weight on this if you want. It's a little hard to balance and hold weight, but you might be able to. The less deep the ledge is here, the drop for me, the more I can hold and balance. You might find that you get strong enough that you need singles. A single leg is really good, okay? Let them work separately, just like everything else. Good work. I think I might have switched this up again, not sure. I'm just talking today. Don't worry about it. I get people really get bent out of shape about the reps, about what they're doing. Just relax, it's all good. 3, 2, and 1. If you really feel like you might have done something wrong, go back and do it again. Or go forward and just get all of it. All right, side plank here. If you can with that adduction, really tough. If not, lay here, hold that foot up here, squeeze, or tap it out, okay? Here we go. Right, here we go. Underneath, that knee is bent, and you pull it up to your knee. In that side plank. This is tough. I know it's tough work, but it's good work. Just modify with the chair like I showed you. Work there. Ooh, hips forward, squeeze. Keep that knee kissing that other knee there. You got it. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, so that That was one of the ones I had to work on when I had issues during my Ironman training. You can see that I've done a really good job of keeping up with it, Tatum. But I'm planning on it. Here we go. Hips up. Need to go back. People always say, well, I did PT for this long and then I just kind of stopped, you know, and then things are bothering me. I'm like, don't stop your PT. You may not have to do it as often, but at least keep up with it. There you go. Knee touching knee. Oh, here we go. Come on, hold it. You're almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, usually my Oprah voice comes up, but I think that was Kermit the Frog. Oh, all right, we have a minute's rest. Thank goodness. Good job. I know that's a challenge, but I hope you see it as like, not like, oh, I'm so weak, I just can't do that. Just like, oh, I really need to work on, like, this is like a weakness of mine. It is for me still too. So you just gotta build up from the bottom. Start with those side planks. Those are important. Get those, especially, and your planks. All right, let's see, what do I have next? That was my evil laugh. At the gym, I tend to do this, and people do not like this. 20 seconds, I'm gonna grab a sip of water. This is just running in place. 30 seconds, 30-second wall hold on the legs. Just thinking about the end of your race. After all your muscles are tired, you've worked hard. This is a little muscular endurance, a little bit of cardio, a little bit of mental challenge because you gotta keep pushing even when you're tired, right? So here you go, 30 seconds. This does not need to be a sprint. This is a little bit longer, so I don't expect you to sprint it like we did earlier. I'm not really giving you much rest in between here. I think I wrote 10 seconds between our wall sit and here. So this is something that you're gonna be like, and do your wall sit and get back to it. But I want you moving. I want you moving. I want that heart rate up. And though you're feeling tired, I want you mentally to zone in and keep pushing because we're almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. We're gonna go to our walls. I did give you 10 seconds. I told you 10 seconds. We're gonna come down. I would like for you to try to get to 90 degrees. Oh, I hit my, it's good. Here we go. Come on down. 90 degrees. Hold. All right, this is gonna start to burn, okay? Heart rate's up. You're thinking, what am I doing here? You are making change, all right? You are becoming stronger, both mentally and physically right now. So focus, listen to some music, find a beat. Say the Hail Mary. No, I don't know. I have clients who do. Just find something to help you here. 3, 2, and 1. I think I could go a little bit lower on that one too. 10 seconds rest here. We're running. You can move around. Remember, this does not have to be an all-out sprint. Some of you may want to do that. Some of you may want to jump on your treadmill and go uphill or something. Get on your rower for 30 seconds. That's fine. Let's move. Good work. Come on. Don't forget your arms, okay? We're running. Move your arms. What is it? Phoebe on Friends. What was she? I don't forget how she ran, but it was quite strange, right? Do you remember that? Anybody watch Friends? All right, move around. We got it. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. We have 10 seconds rest. Some of you may say, you know what? I got this. I don't need your rest, Tatum. Come on down, get into it. Maybe you find a weight. Sometimes I grab a weight and I set it on my lap, make it a little tougher. We're breathing. I'm gonna get quiet because I'm gonna try to zone out as well through this. Breathe, you got it. If it's not challenging you, get a little deeper. Try to get a little deeper. If it's too much, raise up just a bit, okay? Modify to challenge yourself. I talk about modifying, 3, 2, and 1 to make it easier a lot, right? But we also, when I say find your challenge, that may mean make it harder. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. We're running. We're so close. Whew. We got it. Yeah, like I said, I think we have 4 of these. We'll stretch it out. And we've had a day. I love it. And I want you to just get up and move. Remember, this is not enough. I say it, I say it. It's not enough. I wish it were. We all wish it were, unless you are someone who has a physical job and you're on your feet and you're moving. This is not enough. 3, 2, and 1. Even if your diet is on point, even if you eat pretty healthy, sometimes it can be hard. You gotta move. You have to find time. You have to make time. Here we go. No, it's not what you want to hear because it's hard and life is busy. Again, so busy, and I get it. I get it. Grab some friends though, makes it more fun. Grab the family, whatever it is, significant other, hold each other accountable, or what really motivates me are podcasts. Really enjoy going out with the dog in a podcast, learning something new, listening to something. Let's get down a little lower, let's work. 3, 2, and 1. Whew, good work. All right, this should be our last one. Is that right? All right, you can go ahead and run if you're there. 3, 2, and 1. I've worked up a hunger though. I'm ready to have some food. That's something else I wanted to talk about. I was talking to a client about, I feel that sometimes we increase our exercise and we work really hard and then we really, really restrict our calories. And we do both of these at the same time and then we're just tired, depleted, hangry, and not having any fun. Come on. 3, 2, and 1. Well said. I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. So we can talk. Try to talk. Get down there. So be careful about your intake. Yes, we need a deficit to a degree, but you don't want to tighten it so much that the whole like trying to lose 3 or 4 pounds a week, I mean, you're not gonna stick with that. Aim for 1 to 2 every 2 weeks. And just make modifications, little modifications that you can sustain. That doesn't make life boring and not fun and you angry and unenergized to work out. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Ooh, that's a cool down. While we're here, let's stretch that quad. There you go. Anyways, with that being said, make sure you stand tall here. I want you to think about that a little bit. I know, if you're going into these workouts, I mean, we talk about it a lot in the sport of running, endurance athletes, you overtrain and maybe you're not meeting your calorie needs and you're tired and you're cranky and you don't feel like doing your training. It can happen with working out. I know we're busy. Sometimes we skip a meal because we're busy. Let's switch sides. Or maybe we're just trying to restrict those calories and we overdo it for the extra work we're doing. And so just anyways, make a note of how you're feeling. If you were feeling energized and now you're feeling a little tired, because also as you drop weight, that metabolism is going to bump up. As you gain muscle, you might get hungrier because you have more muscle working for you, burning calories. So that restriction that you had set for yourself may have to change, and especially for your new body weight. So you're not always going to maintain it. I hope that all makes sense. I could just go on, but be aware of that. Entering all that information into one of those fitness apps can help you see where you are, okay? And you can talk to me if you need to. Oh, I tell you what, let's see, what do we do? Let's go to the floor. We've had a great workout. Well, no, I want to do some of the runner stretch. So that's one, always with the quad. Let's get hip flexors. Again, if you're not a runner, I apologize. But again, we get tight hip flexors from just sitting at a desk too. So this is good for everybody. Let's go ahead and tuck that tailbone, squeeze that glute, push forward just a bit. You can tell I'm pretty passionate about this workout. Stretch, you should feel stretch up and down the front of the thigh, up into the hip. All right, just push forward, but make sure we're not arching here, okay? Because then I give into that stretch. So I'm kind of tucked, squeezing this glute, pushing forward. We've done this before. I love this one. I think it's important. Reach up and over. And breathe. Find your breath. I could stay here all day. I could always spend more time on this. So just like your warm up where I said spend more time if you need it, show up already warmed up after a mile walk or whatever you need. This is something too, just because I set 5 minutes on the clock and I'm done, doesn't mean you have to be done. Do a little more stretching if you need it. We're going into that pigeon stretch here, okay, or runner stretch. So come down here, foot in. If that's a little tough for you, you can take the Z sit here, heel to toe, okay? And then I just like to keep a flat back and kind of reach over that knee. I'm already feeling it. All right, so that might be good, but really this one just relaxes me. So I'm gonna go into this today. You do you. Find your breath though. Whatever you do, find your breath. Quit breathing from the chest. I just spoke to a client about that too. A lot of us have anxiety for whatever, for many, many reasons these days. And we breathe from our chest, and that anxiety causes us to breathe from our chest, and breathing from our chest just makes the anxiety worse. So see if you can find your breath from your stomach. Good job. Let's turn around and do the other side. I could be there all day. I know, we'll do a couple upper body stretches as well, but oops, nope. Tuck, squeeze, push forward. There you go. Feel the stretch. And I know that breathing from our stomach kind of sets off some emotion too when you really take a deep breath. And sometimes that could be a little scary. I'm getting deep here. What's wrong with me today? But it is a little like, whew, what is that? But man, it can energize you too. Let me tell you, it can energize you. It can help you with your workouts. It can help you reduce that stress, anxiety. Talk to somebody else that knows more about that. That's as far as I'll go with it. All right, let's reach up and over. And I used to be better at breathing. It's gotten worse over the years, so I do practice. Let's practice, slow down and practice. Nice thing about that is we're always breathing, so you can always practice. Great job. Let's go into that pigeon stretch again. A Z or a pigeon. A Z is just heel to knee here, stretching over that knee. If you can kick back here. Now you'll notice my foot is very close to my hip because I am not great at this. I'm not real flexible. You might be able to kick it out a little bit higher. That's not gonna happen for me. All right. Ooh, that feels so good. Let it go. Breathe, breathe, breathe. I like to go in through my nose, out through my mouth. Otherwise, I do a lot of chest, shallow breathing. Good work. We did not get into chest and back, so let's just go ahead, bring those feet together, fingers out in front, up on those fingertips, just pull back here, forehead or chin to floor. Good, and come on up. All right, that's it. If you want to stretch your shoulders here just a little bit, that's really it today. I really appreciate you joining me. I'm so excited that we've been doing this for a year. It has been just crazy awesome meeting new people from all over, to getting to know people locally, connecting, especially after everything we went through with the pandemic here and the quarantines and all of that. This has just been amazing. So we're going to keep it going. We're on to year 2 here very soon, and we really, really do appreciate you and your support and everything else. So we hope you keep showing up, and goodness, we'll be here for our last day. All right, see you then. Bye-bye.